With narcissists, when it comes to us empaths and highly sensitive people, we are the human angels of the world. We are the good-hearted, kind-hearted healers. We are loyal. We are very understanding, respectful towards other people. But these narcissistic people, because they do not like that we are shining our light and being ourselves. For example, if you're dealing with narcissistic authorities, they will be misusing their power against you as much as they possibly can to make you question and doubt yourself and your truth. They will gaslight you and manipulate you and try to brainwash you and have all the power and control over you, claiming that you are unstable. When of course this is not the truth. Being a highly sensitive person doesn't mean that you are unstable. So, for example, if you need to go to court regarding an issue where they are involved against you, they will smear campaign about you behind your back in order to try to win and gain all the power and control over the situation over you and your mental health. Because again, they cannot accept defeat. They cannot admit to be at fault, that they have done something wrong, especially if they are covert narcissists that you're dealing with. They are so insecure, they have such fragile egos that they rather smear campaign and lie about the target, about the victim, which the person is usually empath, highly sensitive person, rather than admit to be made a mistake, for example. And again, how do we know that we're dealing with narcissistic people and covert narcissists or malignant, arrogant narcissists? They do not take accountability or responsibility. They do not show you authentic respect, honestly and authentically. They cannot be transparent. They cannot be honest, authentic, genuine people. They do not face you genuinely, authentically, honestly, with respect, with empathy. They don't have the skills to be emotionally intelligent, emotionally deep people. They do not have empathy. They do not have the skills to be empathetic. Even if they do, it's always on surface level and fake. And it's like they should be nominated for Oscars. Seriously, how they can manipulate. And so why do they attack you? Because they see your light. They see and sense your light. The demons in these people, they really see you clearly as a shining bright light when you are a sensitive, highly sensitive empath. You are a human angel, earth angel, a starseed, a chosen one of God. They see and sense the power and the skills that are within you, that Father God has given to you when you have been born into this world, that God has made you special in that way, that you are a healer. You're supposed to be shining your light in this world to help other people and to help the world. So they see this. They see your power. That is why they attack you, because they are so jealous of who you are. Again, like I've said before in my videos, why would they attack you if they did not know that you are special, that you have a mission from God? There is no point. There would not be no point to be attacking you and bullying you and trying to put you down in many, many ways, especially if it's coming from your own narcissistic mother or narcissistic father, your narcissistic family members, and you have been scapegoated all your life ever since you have been a small child, and you had no support. You had to raise yourself. Why would all of this happen if you did not have a special purpose from God, from Father God, to fulfill your mission, to shine your light, to be yourself, to help others, to help the world heal, to do good things in this world? Because this is just a fact. And this is my story as well. And so again, if you need to hear this reminder, you are not the crazy one. They are the ones who are at fault. when toxic people are attacking us, it means that they are showing their true colors to us. They are showing how toxic, how manipulative, and how vicious they can be. And they do not realize it because they are always digging their own holes. They do not understand that they are telling on themselves. They are so foolish and stupid, so filled with that wish, that urgency, that passion to have all the power and control in the world, especially over sensitive, kind people who they cannot stand. So that is why they create this war of a situation. And a few things, again, that I want to mention here. If you're wondering why these people are lying behind your back, that they just don't want to give up. No matter how much you have been setting your boundaries, you've been doing your best to cut these people off and get rid of the toxic energies and so forth, to be yourself, to be sane, to be free from these people. But they won't seem to leave you alone. It's because they want that energetic narcissistic supply from you. And they can create, these toxic lies, these, terrible, this manipulation, their smear campaign behind your back, that you have not done anything wrong, you have acted normally, but they are smear campaigning all of that to be toxic in order to have other people believe that you are somehow unstable. So typically, when you are just expressing your sensitive traits, speaking up, setting those healthy boundaries, doing what you need to do. You're trying to protect yourself and your family, for example, your home. You're doing what you have to do. You're giving feedback. You're showing that you know your rights, for example. These people don't like that because they don't like healthy boundaries. They don't like anything that is authentic and healthy. They do not like kindness. They do not respect kindness or sensitivity. They see these things as huge red flags. And so this is why this war is created, this spiritual warfare. And of course, our job is to remain sane and at peace and to, protect ourselves. So again, it doesn't make you unstable when you are highly sensitive, when you're sensitive, when you're kind. They are only your gifts from God. It's part of you and your superpowers. You are supposed to be yourself authentically, no matter what somebody says or does to you. We should not care about what other people think about us or feel about us, because it is always a reflection, a projection of them and their shortcomings, their issues, their trauma, their misunderstandings, misconceptions, their judgments. People are always reflecting their inner world. A positive person will love to be positive towards others, but a negative person will love to be negative towards others. And again, we're not supposed to be carrying other people's issues. People have to be responsible and take accountability of their own shortcomings, issues, traumas, how they are treating others. There is no excuse to emotional or physical abuse or bullying, harassment. There is no excuse for those things. They're just pure evil, pure toxic, pure immature behavior towards other people. And I will always keep saying this until the day that I'm no longer here, because this is an ultimate truth that I always carried with me when I was really seriously being bullied into deep depression, feeling suicidal, alone as a teenager, for example, with nobody to help me. And this was a powerful realization for me personally, that when I was wondering about why is this authority figure, for example, trying to smear campaign about me and lie about me, or someone else, to claim things that I did when I did not do those things. So of course I had to remind myself that, okay, this person is reflecting and projecting their own toxicity again, apparently, and that I'm not responsible for that, that I just need to let go of all that energy and just protect myself and, you know, again, those things that matter to me. And at the same time, remembering my own value and worth and self-love. When you love yourself authentically, you don't let these things bother you, seriously. And so also this fact that narcissistic people, when they see and sense that you are not giving in to being their narcissistic supply, you're not accepting their manipulation, gaslighting, you know, coercive control, whatever it is that they're trying to do to you, they see and realize that you are not accepting their abuse, their power and control over you. They can get very angry. They can get very, very triggered. It can be passive aggressive, of course, yes, but ultimately it's about the power trip that they are on, about the power struggle that they create with you. So this means that they can be smear campaigning and lying behind your back because they don't know anything else. It's basically their last attempt. And of course, this can make you very angry and, you know, feeling old panic when you have already been going through enough of this ever since childhood, for example. So you have to remember that it's completely normal to react the way you are reacting to it. Whether it is a panic attack, sadness, feeling hopeless, feeling desperate, feeling scared, feeling isolated, feeling alone, feeling lonely about the situation, if there is nobody to understand you and hold your hand. Of course, I'm here to help. My book is here to help. If you apply to work with me one-on-one, I will help you get through this. I will hold your hand and give you the honest, empathetic support and guidance that you need in order to stay sane and to get through this if you're interested. Yes, of course. Because again, I had to survive from these things on my own without nobody telling me what to do and how to think and what happened and blah, 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 blah. I had to discover and find out everything by myself. And so it's been years of work. It's been so much research. And of course, like I've said before, you know, it's all from the source. It all started to come from within. Yes, of course, I have sought for advice and help and support from others as well who are like-minded people. Of course, yes. It's been a lovely resource and I'm so grateful. Yes, of course, but of course the most information from my own situation I had to discover from within. And so because we are children of God, we should always, you know, trust our intuition and trust the connection with God. But especially if this resonates, that you're going through this spiritual warfare, that you are encountering these narcissistic people like basically everywhere, lurking around, like stalking you, like monitoring spirits can do. That they are basically like, you know, after you, wherever you turn, that you cannot trust people. If you're feeling this way, then I can definitely help you in my sessions, and my book will also give you positive insight and, you know, work as a kind, empathetic roadmap when you want to leave these people behind and build a better life for yourself authentically and honestly, so that your life would look more like you, that you're not losing your soul or your power, your essence, just because these people are trying to bully you and put you down. It's not worth it to lose your life over these people. And, you know, to support your healing from the trauma that these people have been causing you, I think first and foremost, you have to remember that you need to support yourself through it. That you are the number one person who can give you the most authentic, empathetic support and understanding. I know this is not an easy task. because I've gone through that jungle. It's not easy, but that is why I'm here to help. And just want to remind you that, you know, you are strong. We are strong people. We have a lot of good skills within us, including empathy, which is a great skill. And apparently many people are lacking it, so it makes it even more valuable. But I'm just saying as a powerful truth because I had to learn so much, you know, most of it by myself. So, of course, it's always a blessing if you have people around you, a support network, to help you through this. But usually we don't, and that is why, you know, all support, kindness, empathy, everything that we can get is seriously needed and important. And, you know, it's all a blessing from God when we encounter, you know, authentic, respectful, kind people. And we should not be alone with these things. And we do deserve support like everyone else. We deserve kindness, we deserve respect, we deserve to be treated normally. And again, I want to add this reminder, this truth, that why these people are attacking you, why these demonic entities and these people are attacking you. It's because you are this generational cycle breaker of ancestral trauma, of these ancestral toxic energies that likely your entire family lineage has been suffering from, this generational curse, as you would say, for example. So you are this spiritual warrior, and you need to be setting your healthy boundaries and speaking your truth, and that is the only way to win. You know, darkness doesn't get defeated with darkness. Only light can do that. So as Jesus said, let them be. They don't know what they do. So set those healthy boundaries, but at the same time, stay no contact as much as possible. So this is where I powerfully agree with Jesus that, you know, they don't know what they do, that we should just let them go, and of course, ultimately, just forgive for the sake of our own mental and physical well-being, for example. Because as we release, as we let go, and we focus on higher vibrations, we focus on love and gratitude and healing and peace, the more we are just, you know, elevated. God is elevating us because we are His powerful warriors. And we're not supposed to be giving up anything that belongs to us just because this is happening. And I wanted to give you this powerful reminder and truth as well that I had to learn the hard way. That, for example, if you need to go to court, you need to stand up for yourself against these toxic people. You want them to leave you alone. You have to rely more on your own authentic truth. I've said this before in my videos, but this is just an ultimate fact that you have to regain the leverage that you have with love and truth and peace and honesty. So the more you're calm, the more you're just standing firmly in your healthy boundaries and in your truth, and you're just stating the reality of the situation as it is, they have no choice but to give up and leave you alone and lose in court, for example, because the court will see that you are the sane, the stable one who speaks truth.